I'm going to go for a stain finish on this guitar, so it gives it a bit of an aged look. I'll start by applying the stain to the body and neck of the guitar. Although a lot of people do like to apply stains with a spray gun, I personally find it easiest to apply stains like this by hand. I spray the guitar with a thin coat of lacquer to serve as a sanding sealer. This holds in the stain, as well as serve as an intermediate between later coats of finish. Since I'm going for a high gloss finish, I'll need to fill the pores of the mahogany with a grain filler. I've heard good things about aqua coat, so I figured I'll give it a go. As it currently stands, the spruce top is a bit white, so I'm going to give it a quote-unquote spray tan with some amber tinted lacquer to darken it up a bit. Now begins the clear coats of lacquer. I will apply about 12 coats of lacquer total to both the body and the neck. The hardest part of this project is now waiting 4 weeks for the lacquer to fully cure. In the meantime, I'll make the bridge for the guitar. I start with a small block of ebony that I shape with sanders and the bandsaw. I'll finish the bridge off with hand tools. The cool thing about using ebony for the bridge wood is that it can be polished to a fairly high gloss with only sandpaper. After much patience and anticipation, it's now time for polishing. I'll start by leveling out the finish with a technique called wet sanding. I start with waterlogged 800 grit sandpaper and a foam backing block to level out any imperfections in the finish. The main reason why I applied so many coats of finish is to accommodate for the amount of material that is removed during this process. I don't have a buffing wheel, so I'm going to polish this guitar by hand. I'll work my way through increasing grits of polishing compound and take my time to hopefully get that high gloss finish I've been envisioning since day one. As you can see, the polishing compound does an amazing job of getting rid of the dullness left by the wet sanding process. So here's the slightly stressful point at which I'm gluing the neck to the body. I really hope all my previous measurements were correct. Off camera, I did a lot of careful measurements to ensure the bridge was in the correct place, or the correct scale length. Now comes the tricky part of cutting through just the finish to expose the bare wood so that a strong glue joint can be formed. This is definitely a part where you want to take your time. The frets need to be leveled, dressed, and polished to maximize both playability and comfort. I found this Dremel tool with the polishing wheel worked amazing for getting the frets to really shine. I applied a few thin coats of linseed oil to the fretboard and bridge to add a little protection to these fine woods. The bridge pin holes need to be drilled out, so my left hand is going inside the guitar to hold a piece of backing wood to prevent the drill bit from causing tear out on the inside of the guitar. I'll then use a reamer to set a 5-degree taper on all the bridge pin holes so that the pins fall right into place. The nut and saddle are made from cattle bone, which is a very traditional and sonically favorable material for this purpose. Now comes the most anticipated moment. A couple of months of challenging and satisfying work have come together to make this guitar one of the best things I've ever made. I'm something of a perpetual novice guitar player, but hopefully this little demo gives you a sense of this guitar's tone. Thanks for watching and following along on this multi-step build. Be sure to like and subscribe to support future projects. Thanks again.